Hello, this station will be about opioid misuse history taking. At the beginning of the station, when you ask the patient how you can help him, he will tell you that his fiancée is threatening to leave him if he doesn't stop taking heroin. And here you can empathize with him by telling him something like, "Oh, I'm sorry to know that there are arguments between you and your fiancée because of your heroin use. But on the other hand, it's something great to have someone caring and loving like her who wants you to be better and fine." This can help him to have good rapport with you and to know that you are attentive and you are listening carefully to him and you are interpreting what he is telling you. And then you need to ask him about his current heroin use in details, and we all know how to ask about this. When you come to ask about complications of heroin use, don't forget those 5 words: biopsychosocial, financial, legal, because those are summarizing the 5 main domains that the heroin use can impact. And the most important thing while asking about every type of those difficulties is to relate those difficulties to heroin use and to depend on open-ended questions. For example, if you are going to ask him about any biological impacts of heroin use, you can ask him, "I wonder, Mark, if you had experienced any medical problems because of your heroin use." The same also if you are going to ask him about legal problems. You can ask him, "Have you ever been involved with the police because of something related to your heroin use? Is there any financial burden on you because of your heroin use?" This is very important because if you ask about legal problem or financial problems without relating them to alcohol use, he will tell you some irrelevant information. For example, if you ask him, "Have you ever been involved with the police?" he will tell you, "Yes, I had a fight with one of my neighbors 2 years ago." And if you ask him why, he might answer you, "Because he was doing loud noise and I couldn't sleep at that night." And this issue is not relevant at all to heroin use. So, for not to waste your time and to be sure that you are collecting information you are searching for, be sure that any complication you are asking about is in the light of his heroin use. And at the end of the station, you need to ask him about his motivation. And it will be so good to tell him, "Thank you, Mark, for being open with me. You have mentioned earlier that your fiancé is the one who is making pressure on you to come to see me. But I'd like to ask you how motivated you are to stop heroin." This will be good to show that you are able to remember everything mentioned in the station, and also to show that you are able to use each information you are collecting during the station. And this is a good clinical skill to be shown in the CASC exam. And thank you.